now by 3 points.
I like the fact that's paid deliberate by the umpire. I like the fact that Sandilands, when he's not rucking, is staying on the ground and playing from the goal square, because it's a perfect night. He should be able to take a couple of grabs there.
Blues have cleared the ball. Hadley kicking to Austin. Scotland. He goes towards Wiggins, who likes to fly and has pulled down some good ones this year. That wasn't one of them.
Good tackle. Murphy tackle of beauty. Fev, I reckon Fev's got a message. Here's the tackle by Murphy. I reckon Fev's got the message to drop back to the goal square, get away from the half-forward line. I think that's a good call.
Carlton leading the tackle count, 8-4. Willing game, and another strong tackle laid by Murphy.
Yeah, well, Murphy tackling well. Fev back in the goal square. Michael Johnson doing the ruck work in the absence of Sandilands. Michael Johnson, a very good player.
And Chris Tarrant, I reckon, be a bit more nervous standing in the defensive goal square than at half back. So a couple of reasons to push Brendan Favola deep. So there's the matchup. And Chris Tarrant sent back to defence, and a very good year so far. Hampson wins this one. Diving on the football, Pete needs to get rid of it. Almost legged by Thornton. So another bounce. 2-3 plays, 2 goals straight. Early going, Gold Coast Stadium. Beautiful conditions here. Hampson and Johnson. Hampson decisively wide of the pack. Taken though by Hazelby. Off to Hinkley, who chips the ball towards half forward. Mundy will run onto it. McFarlane tries to push Jamison out of the way, and the ball is over. So a boundary throw in between wing and half forward for the Dockers.
Mark Harvey would have to be pleased with what he's seen so far. It's been an impressive start from Fremantle. Had more scoring opportunities, and if anything, deserved to be a little bit further in front. Mundy shakes his way free and gives it to Hinkley. The old up and under. Pavlich is there. Just wasn't able to get the hands around it. De Boer, hopefully. Johnson taking it further away from goal. Mundy pulled down when he didn't have it. Now Duffield. Dockers centering at every opportunity. There is a hole and there's a free kick. And Luke McFarlane will take it. And he'll take it right in front. They're putting the ball in the right spot, really giving themselves a chance.
And putting pressure on the Carlton defenders. There's pressure back there with Sandilands in the goal square. And McFarlane held the front position really well against Jamison. Just pushed back, denied Jamison a go at the footy, and a little bit of panic by the Carlton defender, infringed, and McFarlane needs to finish off.
So to stretch the lead and get about what they deserve so far, and Luke McFarlane this time makes no mistake.
Looks like they're really, Rob, trying to move the ball as quickly as they possibly can. We've seen it. We saw it from Essendon last night against Hawthorn, and the Dockers are doing it pretty effectively at the moment, playing on it every opportunity and moving the ball very, very quickly.
Luke McFarlane getting that front position, you can see there, and just holding on with his strength. Jamison from behind infringes and able to finish off. I reckon Mark Harvey has really changed the way that he's coached this team over the last 3 weeks. And as you said, Chris, it's pretty obvious. It's play on at every opportunity and be more direct and get it into that forward 50 quickly. We've seen Essendon do it in recent weeks. It's very much based on the way that Geelong play, and it's entertaining football. It's fast flow-on football, and we're not getting that going sideways and backward stuff that drives us crazy.
Pavlich dumps it forward, and Paul Hazelby starring 4 clearances already. Oh, good tackle by Hill on Simpson. Umpire McBurney says, give it to me. Centre half forward for the Dockers. Slow start by Fremantle to this season, but they've won their last couple, including the Derby last week against West Coast. Stevens well tackled by Hinkley. Turnover. Hazelby scrambles it forward. Waite going back, couldn't quite take it. McFarlane charges out. Judd clean with his hand, brilliant. Off to Thornton, back to Judd. Now Murphy at centre half back for the Blues. He's got runners to his right. One of them Scotland. Stevens is another, and a further handball off to Armfield. Here go the Blues. The kick towards half forward, making Wiggins stretch, but he takes the mark. over the top. Yaron's got it. Inside attacking 50. Hard up against the line. Wobbly old kick towards the goal. And Favola couldn't quite control it. That was better movement from the Blues. Are behind. They're 2-1, playing Fremantle 3-3.
He moves well, Yaron. First quarter of AFL football, and he belongs out there.
Hazelby into double figures on the stats board. Had it 11 times and winning clearances regularly. Murphy and Hill. Fremantle looking good. They're having the better of this opening term. Bad kick from Hill. Simpson probably should have marked it. Fremantle still dangerous. And Peake from outside the 50 had nothing much to go to.
It's just not a smart kick by Peake. A kick and hope, and you've got to do better than that. You just can't turn the ball over to the opposition as easily as that.
Just had to hold on to it.
Scotland's hand pass put Armfield under the pump. He was able to give it back, but they're not out of this yet. And Armfield has to come in and help again. And now gets his kick forward, but under some pressure. He finds Cloak. Now Cruiser. And the little dab is in the Yaron direction. Needed acceleration. Not quite enough. Murphy. Now Cruiser. Long way out. Shocking kick. Touched off the boot.
Now taken by Grover. Great work again from Tarrant. His kick is a good one. Or Sandilands spilled it, but plenty of time. Shares it with Ibbotson into the corridor. Beautiful kick from Ibbotson. Finds Murphy on the chest.
Playing on all the time, aren't they?
They are indeed. Just backward to the centre circle. This is going to be an interesting battle this evening. Simpson versus Hill. This time it's Simpson with the honours. Good chase from Hill, but it was too clear. And well done, Dodd, spoiling on bets. So a boundary thrown between wing and half forward for the Blues. There's Aaron Sandilands. So a boundary throw in. He'll do battle with Cruiser. Wins it to Peake. Confronted by Murphy, slips the handball to Hayes. Will be always wrapped up in a big cloak tackle. Spills wide to Stevens, 55 from goal. Kicks it short for Vola, over his head. Chance for Betts, close to the line. And Hayden, does he keep it in? No, the boundary umpire calls for it. A boundary throw in.
Carlton yet to take a mark in their forward 50. And they're breaking down, they're getting it in there, but they just can't get a kick into the hands of a forward.
Sandilands was held, but he got it to Hayden. Handball wasn't great. Solomon couldn't control it. If he dives on the football, wrapped up by Solomon. And another bounce, 30 metres from Carlton's goal. With just a couple of minutes left in the quarter. 8-point advantage to the Dockers.
Favola without a stat yet. He's had 16 minutes out there after going off in the opening minute of the match, but hasn't made any impact. Hayden to Hill, mown down by Hadley. Gone for holding it. It's tough. He didn't have much chance. Crowder enthusiastic about it, though.
Let's have a look at the tackle by Hadley. First couple of games of the season, it's a bit like the old chicken wing tackle where you pin an arm and they just can't get a handball away. He was the leading tackler after round 2, and he was dropped from the Carlton team, Richard Hadley.
So Richard Hadley, can he get the right line? Crowd like it. He has done. It's a good goal. The Blues are within 2 points.
And just, I reckon, Robbie will get, as he gets stronger, Stephen Hill, he might almost be able to jar that left arm free. He just got pinned and didn't have the strength to rip the arm to affect the handball. It was a great tackle coming from Hadley. His left arm got caught in the tackle. He just didn't have the strength to be able to affect the disposal.
Well, Richard Hadley, who kicked that last goal, he's put 3 tackles on in Carlton's forward 50. So he's putting the pressure on there, which is so important in today's football. He's not super quick, but he's super determined, and technique is perfect with the tackling.
Wiggins shovels it to Judd. Now Stevens with an opportunity. Judd goes back in to try and ferret it out. He can't, and the umpire eventually calls for it.
Thanks, Chris.
Brett Radden, pretty happy, I reckon, with the scoreline at the moment. Fremantle have looked threatening in this opening quarter. Hill taps to his own advantage off to Mundy. Approaches 55. Let's go with a kick to a vacant goal square and just offline. So another opportunity missed. Margin is 3 points.
Quick kick in. Thornton. At Jared Waite. And he missed his target by a lot. I think it was Wiggins, but